Absolutely. So that's Mike.
And that's Toya.
And this is Tech Beats and Bytes.
So, you guys know we've had an amazing year, so we kind of just wanted to do a recap. It's been 8 months. We started off in the heat of hell, also known as Florida summers.
April.
Absolutely no air, no wind, just straight hot. We used to be up here sweating, changing shirts halfway through. No, I'm just playing.
Right, it wasn't that bad in April.
Skeeters.
Don't let them scare you.
That come August, though. August and July when, when the mosquitoes was out
Those
here.
Those dog days of summer.
Self-born was back there moving like a crackhead DJ with them trying to scratch off
that
them
off
mosquitoes.
was serious. David came through with the off.
Somebody go to Target. So,
but we had a good time, though.
We did. So, guys, we started this off. Tech Beats and Bytes was a spinoff and a collaboration with World Famous House and Mac from our original event, which is why you see these beautiful bottles of Jack Daniel's products. We did an event called Spirits and Bytes, and Teach was our caterer, and this Spirits and Bytes was a once-a-year event where we used to honor different people in the community, and it turned into a TV show, which was Tech Beats and Bytes, and so we figured we would close out and keep our tradition of Spirits and Bytes. So these are actually awards that are going to be given to people today.
Bam.
We operate just like the Emmys. If you're not going to show up and perform, we would not give you an award. So a lot of people that could have got an award, they didn't show up today, so these awards will go to whoever's in the crowd and as we see fit.
What?
What award is better than a bottle of liquor? Nobody wants something that's just going to collect dust.
And it's the holidays. Turn all the way up.
Everything here will keep you warm in some way, shape, or form.
Hot toddies all around.
All day. So, just we're going to start off with a couple of things. We're going to call a couple of people on stage. But I guess, Self, we'll start off with you. What was one of your most memorable moments in the last 8 months?
Most memorable moments, man, the last 8 months is to have the legendary drink champ drink our beer and do almost like a quick little "this beer is wonderful" commercial type thing. That was like a dope moment personally because he's a homie, and then it was a personal thing. Like he was really drinking, he was really appreciating it.
Yeah, I can appreciate. Yeah,
without being asked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. True. Toya?
I would say a fun interview that we did was when we had Jill Tracy on. We was on her show last night, which was pretty cool on Hot Talk. So we had a really good conversation with her. I think that was a good one.
I'm going to have to say one of the first ones, because it was still one of the more impactful, was when we had Rico Love.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was one of our first 2 or 3 original shows when we didn't really even know how the format was going to work at that point.
Right. We were just doing straight up interviews.
That was a big one. So, by a show of hands, who's actually... Either way, no matter what the question it is, you got to raise your hand, right? Who's been here before? All right.
Yay. All right. Thanks for coming back.
Who's here for the first time? Really?
You made me look at you. And
okay, let's try this again. Who's really here for the first time? All right.
Yay. Newbies.
So,
all time for news.
Let's go ahead and have some fun with this. Sir, can you please come to the stage? And sir, can you please come to the stage? I bought you a drink. You're definitely coming to the stage.
Do it.
I only pay for liquor for a reason, so I can tell you what to do later. You got to come up here. We're going to ask you a question.
We got mics.
We got mics, son.
You don't get to sit down. Just stand behind the table. Come on around here. Just, oh, no problem, man. I ain't paid for it. It was cool. So, for legal purposes, state your name and acknowledge that you're on camera because whatever you say will be used against you. Just come on up here, man. Step up. Yeah. Just tell us your name and where you're from, or what you do for a living.
I'm Serlo, out of New York City, but now Miramar, Florida.
Okay.
Nice.
My name is David Stewart, and I'm a real estate agent in Chicago.
So our photographer's name is L. David Stewart, and he's an architect from Chicago.
No way.
That guy right there, yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Chicago.
That's what's up.
So you're here on vacation. You live here, right?
Yeah.
So when you guys hear the words Tech Beats and Bytes, we just want to get a perspective. when you think of something like this for the community, what do you think the purpose of a show like this should be for the community? And then I want to hear your perspective from a Chicago view, because I know the Chicago startup scene is really strong too. Yeah. So I would like to hear both views real quick.
From what I could understand, the premise is basically bringing technology and just data information to the masses, people that's doing business, and connecting everybody together in that unity. You know, a lot of small businesses don't have that connection, and I think you guys are in the forefront of bringing a community that's not in this community yet, and so by bringing this here, we're building a bridge. So this is what I feel that this is.
That's a good synopsis.
Plug Knight Foundation. Go ahead. Your perspective, sir.
I have no idea what the hell is going on, but I'm happy to be a part of it.
That's exactly what we wanted to hear. So what I want you to do is continue to drink. At the end of the show, I want to come back and hear your perspective after we get through the show. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll bring both of y'all back up.
All right.
We'll do that with
Thanks
shots.
again, man.
Thank you. So what he said was actually right. Our whole goal was to find a way to bridge a gap in the community to give more exposure and accessibility. So we'll start giving out some of these awards. Sandari, can you come to the front? So come on the stage. I know you're used to being behind. So if everybody can, please give our intern a round of applause.
Yay, Sundari.
Sundari found us at
Venture Cafe.
Venture Cafe. She came out for one of our office hours and said she wanted to be involved, and she's been here unless she was sick or heartbroken or whatever you was going through. She's been here religiously on the show, being supportive. And as an internship and as a small organization, we can't pay her, but we really appreciate her. So Sundari, can you tell us how Digital Grass and Tech Beats and Bytes has affected your outlook on it? Because you're new here, and a lot of people, you just moved down here.
Yeah, you're a transplant.
How's it affected your outlook on the community?
It has affected me by helping me network with people that I would have never met before in the area, and I've learned a lot about Miami.
Is there anything that stands out the most to you about this event?
The biggest thing that stands out to me is how successful people are that come here, and I'm just like, wow, like that's gonna be me one day.
So because you said it's going to be you one day, what do you want to be, and how has Tech Beats and Bytes fueled that?
Well, right now, I just graduated with my bachelor's in graphic design, but I want to pursue my happiness as a cosmetologist. So.
That's right.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Come on over, girl.
All right.
Yeah,
So
and
that's
I
why
met some natural hair.
That's right.
Fashionistas.
Shout out to Miss Jessie for being supportive. So
And curls.
Ooh, watch out, watch out.
you put the mics up. See, that's what happened with the intern. Do that. Still working on that. So we like supporting people, and Sadari's had some challenges, but even with her challenges, even if she had to leave early sometimes, she would do what she had to do, but she always showed up, and if she didn't, she at least gave me a phone call to let me know she wasn't going to make it, which is real respectful. As living down here in South Florida, you know some people will just abandon you. So for that, we're going to give Sundari the Fire Starter of the Year award with her bottle of Gentleman Jack Cinnamon Ball. So let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you.
We know you don't drink, but share that with your boo, y'all. Just mix her.
Warm winters, warm winters. It's all about the cuddle buddies. No?
So we don't have...
No?
You're like, no.
Did you say cuddle buddy?
Cuddle buddies.
Yup.
No.
Miss Green. Miss Green, can you come to the stage, please? Is she here still? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Look, don't call us out by don't let us call you out about your profession.
That sounded a little interesting right there.
Nadesh.
Call you out by your job.
Right.
Miss Green, we need you to the stage, ma'am.
The journalists in the building.
Boom, boom.
So did y'all have anything interesting happen to y'all today?
Man.
Today was a good day. I went to got my car washed. I had lunch, and I was at Junction today
Oh,
because
word.
we're going to be partnering with Muse
For
on some art
2018?
installation.
Oh.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Oh, that's dope.
And I got on my Cosmology swag available on cosmology.com. Just saying.
I know. Come on.
Yay! Hello.
You know, you know what you call your superhero music, the theme music?
Yes.
I just got the song put on the National College Network
Oh, that's
radio.
exciting.
So it's all over the country and all of the colleges.
That's right. That's right. Do that thing, Cellform.
Standing close to me, looking at me awkwardly, is not going to change the moment.
Go ahead and take this moment.
Yeah,
take the
say it.
moment. Take the moment.
So, like we said, you definitely know the drill. For legal purposes, please state your full name and what you do for a living so you know that you're on camera.
I'm Nadej Green. I'm a journalist for our local NPR station, WLRN.
Yes,
That's right.
yes.
That's the profession we were going to use to call you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
WLRN to the stage.
Right. NPR.
So, Miss Green was one of our Women of the Year with We Are Tech, and she is a very instrumental part to getting out community news. And if anybody don't know, if you've missed the point, the original podcasts were always, talk radio. That's where it all started at, public radio.
Straight up NPR.
NPR will forever be the most original and dopest podcast that was ever before podcasts even became a thing.
Facts.
So at times, you have different flavors, you have different spinoffs, but you always want to respect and show your respect to the originals. And when someone that is someone you look up to and they're reaching the community at levels you can only hope to, you want to take the time to show them respect. So for our Lady of the Year and one of the originals, we are going to give this bottle of Jack Daniels to Miss Green. Let's give her a round
And
of
a faithful
applause.
supporter, too. I don't think you ever missed a Monday.
Consistently out here.
Yeah.
If she misses a Monday, it's because of her kids. That's what you call dedication.
Or work.
She
work,
right,
yeah.
or work. She
Reporting the
believes
story.
in the mission.
Toya, why don't you ask her about some of her favorite moments while we sign off on this bottle?
Absolutely. So tell us, what was one of your favorite moments from Tech Beats and Bytes, reflecting over the 8 months that we've been on this stage?
What's her name? It escapes me from the Weather Service.
Kim.
Kim. I
Yeah.
love Kim. I met Kim before she got on this stage. But I love to hear her story, like, on this stage.
Uh-huh.
And any moment when he goes off is really fun. The pre-talk. I like the pre-chats.
You like the pre-chat? The not filmed part of the show.
The parts y'all won't film.
That's cool.
The parts that we keep off to make sure we keep
Right.
getting funded.
For funding purposes.
Yes,
Yeah.
for legal purposes.
Keep it above board.
We really, it's not that we just appreciate you. You are very much a supporter, and I think sometimes we don't let people that support us know how much we appreciate you. So we want to give her a round of applause as she takes
thanks.
home this award.
And she will be a guest in 2018.
Yes, absolutely.
Allegedly.
Always behind the scenes.
So who we got next?
Man, I don't know. I mean, because truthfully, this one is a little out of character, but I think it's needed because, you don't want to honor somebody that's your sponsors, but world famous House of Mac definitely has always done its thing. Brazilian Fire.
Yes.
Can you come to the stage, sir? Yeah, right now.
Right now.
So
Ahora.
when we started, there were 2 trucks open.
Yeah.
So we had world famous House of Mac, and we had Brazilian Fire. And when we came over and told him what we was doing, and he was definitely happy to have an extra day of accessibility. Because if you didn't know, before we started doing Mondays, Wynwood Yard used to be closed on Mondays. And so we used to have conversations with them, like, do you mind running some specials just so we can keep people here? If we get them food and we entertain them, they might stay longer and they might come back. And every Monday he would come over here and be like, hey, this is special I'm running. Hey, try this. And he always
the
believed
samples.
in it. Yeah, I would bring out the samples to people.
The samples.
So I think it's only right and only respectful that the Gentleman of the Year award should go to Brazilian Fire. So let's give him a round.
Absolutely. And his truck is the truck over here to our left, your right. Fantastic meat selection. Definitely got to try it out.
So Toya, go ahead and ask him that question.
So, so what's been your most popular dish on Monday nights?
Actually, our most popular dish always is our combo one. Comes with the steak, the chicken, the sausage, all the sides. And that I always recommend that so people had a chance to try a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything on
Yeah.
the menu. And what's the price?
It's $18.50. The steak is a top sirloin steak. It's a Brazilian cut we call picanha. Very popular.
Nice.
The way we do, we only just like we do in Brazil, we just put rock salt on it. And we have this customized grill.
Oh,
we
like
use.
Salt Bay?
Yeah, just like that. It's a little better than that.
Right. But it's all about the flavor of the meat, not the sauce.
It's the whole thing. I mean, it's the type of grill, the type of charcoal. We use natural wood charcoal. The way you cut, it's a combination of everything.
So
I gotta try it.
And love, a lot of love too.
Right. It's all about the love.
one funny question we have: how much more did your sales increase once we started doing karaoke and more people started drinking and singing? Did that help you at all?
I think the whole idea of the show and bringing people together, different topics. Maybe one day we have a chance. There's some things out, but I think the overall idea, and I love to see history of people who succeed.
Yeah.
When you say no matter where they come from, no matter nationality, no matter race, but they succeed, And I know that because I live that. I still live in that. So I think it's a great thing. You
heard him though. He said he got some show topics he want to run by us.
Right. I think you need to be a guest.
We got
That's
an
what that sound
associate
like.
producer on the sideline that's been taking notes. Like,
Right.
yeah,
2018.
y'all did all right in 2017, but y'all missed a couple of topics.
Right.
So,
So 2018, he a part of the team.
Yeah, part of the
contact with my manager. Your manager talked to
your
my
manager talked to our manager. We talked to I got it.
Right.
So let's give a round of applause to our Gentleman of the Year.
Yes. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This next one. Go ahead,
This
Mike.
next one gonna be something serious.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Bullard, Dwight Bullard, can you please come to the stage?
Come on up, sir.
February 4th.
Down south, Richmond Heights. Bring it to the stage.
So, this man has held elected official offices. He has taken the time. They clapping for him over there.
Right. The beard.
He has taken the time to sing karaoke multiple times. He has been a guest on the show.
And on Two Techies.
Two Techies. He has bought out. Come on in. He has bought out Color of Change. Did I say that right?
Color Change.
Color of Change. He's came up here and done some fact checking for us.
Right.
But Dwight has been a outreach and a leader in the community. And when you see other people that lead come to support you because they feel you're making an impact on the community, that's when you know you're doing something right.
And consistent, too.
Yeah, this
Dwight's
is-
almost here every Monday.
Almost every Monday. And not just he's here every Monday, he normally brings somebody with him.
Right.
That's what matters.
He's
and
always at my
Bring
events.
one,
He's
reach
at-
one.
He's been at every last one of my events for the last 12 years. I'm not even lying. I like not
Yeah,
even
no, Dwight's a
exaggerating.
faithful, and he stay in them streets.
So,
We brothers. We got the same birthday.
Dwight, while we prepare your award, why don't you tell us, like, what made you believe in the show and why do you feel this is important for the community?
Self-born.
As he prepares my award now. Listen, the work that you and Toya are doing, Mike, are so critically important. I remember a couple years ago when we were at the butcher shop, and we were and you were talking about kind of the necessity of making sure people of color, people of a particular age, really began to occupy the leadership space, even in the tech world. it's critically important that you put your money where your mouth is, or your actions, where your mouth is, and you've stepped up to the plate by creating this space every Monday with consistency. You have a lot of people that will formulate an idea, maybe give it 2-3 weeks, and just fall by the wayside. But the fact that you've committed and are continually committed to making sure
Taking some L's.
That people have a platform.
Yeah.
And that's, people don't understand the importance of that, right? Especially in an online platform. So whether you get an audience of 20 or 12 or 10 or whatever, or 200 coming to the actual space, everything we say sort of lives on in continuum online and can be reshared and retweeted and resent and recaptured and could be inspiring generations for the next several years. And so that's important to lay down that groundwork. So shout out to you and Toya, Richmond Heights represent.
All right, home team.
For doing what y'all been doing.
So for holding it down since we're in season, we haven't even tried this yet. It's hurting our hearts to let this bottle go because this is the new Gentleman Jack. This is the Winter Jack, the Tennessee cider, and we bought the bottle, won't even get to try. But for holding us down and staying in season and sticking with us, bro, here's your award. Thank you for being there to support one of our number one supporters.
You get the pretty one with the pretty wrapper.
I just really want to thank Migos for making Bad and Bougie. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So thank y'all.
Dwight, the Beard Bullard.
Not the beard.
The Beard.
The beard.
No, he's breaking into professional wrestling. That's his next.
I got on these crocodiles, these alligators. I got $15,000 furs, and I got beautiful women. And I'm sorry.
They're like,
Y'all wasn't doing wrestling.
You're back in character.
They're like,
again.
what you talking about?
Ric Flair,
Right.
that whole different lifestyle, man. When wrestling was real.
Let me tell you something,
In the 80s.
When
You
they
showing
used-
your age.
When they used to
You
actually
showing
break
your
stuff.
age.
You right, I'm old as hell. So, Toya, I can't do this last one. It's gonna be on you.
Ooh. Really?
Yeah.
Bam.
Let's see. Who we got? So, I think. So you was right on the same page with me.
See, this is why we work well together. This is why we work.
Because I had thought that in my mind and you said it out loud. This one is going to be really special because
Very special.
Tech Beats and Bytes could not be the event that it is, could not have the vibe that it has
Nothing.
without the person behind us
Oh, shit.
who comes with the bomb questions,
Yes.
takes us to the left, to the right, up the center. He just brings a flavor every time.
So let's give it up for the real glue to make this happen, DJ Selfborn. Let's give it up for our
On up,
DJ.
sir.
Oh, I gotta come around to the other mic. Oh, shit.
Up here.
For the first time, Selfborn is gonna come to the first tier
We'll do the
mics.
sound effects for you.
So
Stereo.
I don't even remember how we almost met in a beef. We was talking about making things happen. And both of us was kind of like, ain't nobody doing nothing. Everybody lazy. And then we was like, wait, we should just work together.
Conversation started. Everybody lazy. And then we bonded.
And then I was like, I know you, right? He was like, no, you don't. And then I gave him a breakdown of how I used to kind of stalk him at Love Hate and how to be one of the first young black men to own a venue besides Luke, because Luke was the first one on South Beach.
Love Hate
the
was
first regular
major.
with no celebrity.
Yeah. Regular location.
Specific.
and a consistent location too.
Consistent. And Self then became an ambassador and a minority owner in Timeline Brewery. And then when we told him about this, he didn't ask for money. He just said, are we going to actually talk about things that's going to be effective? And Self always does stuff with a purpose.
That's right.
If you have to have a conversation with Self, do not do it on your way to work. You'll be angry about work, or you will want to go through a whole revolution before you get into the office place.
Not the revolution will not be televised.
So Self is a super producer, a very educated, philosophical brother, and really this show wouldn't be what it is. Those one-liners, those simple questions, those normally either take the conversation to another level or they bring it all together. But another thing, we pay them as much as we can, but Self has never asked for money, and he shows up religiously, and he's always been supportive. So it's only right that the original, the number
Black
7
label.
Black label bottle of Jack Daniels goes to the one and only, the most humbly arrogant DJ ever, DJ Self-Born. Let's give him a round of applause.
Give that brother a round of applause. Damn.
So go ahead, Self-Born. Tell us some of the impacts you've seen on the show and, how you feel about being a part of this movement.
Just the fact that it's a dialogue and we're doing something different. I mean, it's Miami. Everybody's just knows for going out for happy hours or just a club night or regular music, dancing, typical mainstream, whatever. And to do something outside the box that, not only outside the box, but it means something. So you mentioned Love Hate. Everything about Love Hate was about niche, specific interests. And so this is the same thing. It matches a niche, specific interest.
Yeah.
People that care about specific topics and really general topics and just having fun. So that's where I think it's a dope combination, why I come in with the one-liners. And I think it's a good balance between smart and silly.
What was one of the major takeaways from looking back that you took away from our interviews? Like a good nugget that you was like, yes, that's for the Rolodex.
It's actually a lot of them. That's tough. I think nothing specific, but thinking about how the universal, I guess, sameness in everybody that's successful. Like, there's a sameness as far as how everybody approaches the conversation or whatever they're doing. So it's not so much talking about it. I think I grew up in Chicago, South Side, and a lot of times we come from places, I believe, like a place like Southside Chicago.
Right.
We have a lot of conversations. We have a lot of meetings about meeting, to talk about meeting, to talk about what's wrong, and we end up just being on a hamster wheel of complaining. And I like the platform because we're actually talking about solutions, and we're having people up here that are actually bringing something that, it might be, what's an example of there's no art in the hood? Let's just take something general. Well, you're actually showing and proving art in the hood. So across the board, every topic that I think about, from gentrification to, like I said, just the hood in general, all of those topics get attacked, and we got more to attack each one by one. So that's the overall takeaway, that we're really giving something for those that are, let's say they may not have a college degree, and they may have a GED, may not even have that, but it's digestible for them. They can understand it and be lifted up from it as well.
Right. I think that word digestible was really important.
Yeah.
Because that's what we want to do. We want to make sure that the content that we're talking about is not too heady, too intellectual. It's digestible, something that you can take away and apply to yourself.
And that's why you're going to hear me say something here.
Yeah, and also making people human. As much as we ask questions about their business, we also try to actually get to know the person, because a lot of people won't do business with people out of fear. They're successful, they won't talk to me. No, they're human just like you. They go through the same things you're going
Put
through.
on pants just like you, tie their shoes just like you.
So, we've had, Fat Joe in here.
Everybody.
Right.
Louis from the hood, we've had celebrities in here.
Right.
We've had people come through and they'll sit back here and have conversations with everybody. So I think this means a lot.
That's key. A big thing I'll add on is the treatment of celebrities or the common
And we got to
person.
thank Chef Teach for that, because almost every celebrity that comes through is here because of Chef Teach and World Famous House and Mac.
Absolutely. I've
No
had
doubt.
a few homies come through, but they like to come through low key, and all of the celebrity homies I have that are they just want to kick it regular.
Right.
And that's something that I want to say that this brings to the table, very regularness. Like I said, it's digestible for all walks of life, so you don't feel intimidated or you don't feel
going to be
tough
bombarded. If you're a celebrity, you're not going to be bombarded.
Exactly.
By people just looking to do photo ops and get your signature. That doesn't happen.
Exactly.
That doesn't happen.
Well, we said it, but the original, let's give another round of applause for our DJ Self-Born.
I love this. This is dope.
So, reason why we give away liquor
Can I
as
stay here?
awards.
Good. You want me to go away now? Can I stay here?
Oh, you can stay. No, go ahead and chill for a
Look,
minute.
look, get the stool.
Get your stool. We're
My
gonna
first
close
time
out
on
the
the
year.
panel.
We started this event off, and we don't really get a lot of sponsorship, and we don't really get a lot of people. A lot of people always talk about the change they want to see, but when it comes to it, people don't want to change too much, because with change comes a shift of power. But I think one organization that really enjoys seeing that shift is Knight Foundation. So I really want everybody to understand with Alberto, with Chris Chris Caines, the first person that listened to our concept, Matt Hagman. Without the Knight Foundation, what Digital Grass does in general probably wouldn't have been possible, or would have took a much longer time to get here. So if you don't mind, please, let's give our number one sponsor and supporter, Knight Foundation, a round of applause.
All right, looking for another successful 2018.
Yes, and more funding.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and stop the cameras. That has been the impact.
Wait, I got a question before we stop the cameras. I got a question.
Nah, we're gonna come back. We about to go.
Oh, we gotta do. Okay, yeah, we
gonna
got
do that
time.
break.
Okay,
Yeah.
yep.
So no, we good. Let's go ahead and we're gonna stop it. We want to thank everybody for coming out for our Impact Awards. We're gonna open up the mics for some open conversation, some open-ended conversation, and then, as you know, we're gonna get into our end of the year karaoke sessions, which means
Ghetto karaoke. It's coming up.
So drink up.
Drink up. We'll see you guys next year.
Let me play.